Only the best when you get a little need for some protein.
We've seen some slushies of all colors. We've seen the pizza, and I think by the end of the week, we're going to get more food up here.
And a good veggie Subway. Now let's take a look at our fresh take from Williamsport. It's brought to you by Subway.
My Subway sandwiches are spicy Italian.
Thank you very much. This is, of course, for the first time, a double elimination bracket format rather than the round-robin pool play this year. So 2 losses and you can't win the championship. Expanded replay, lots of different usages than we've had in the past. And today, Connecticut over Washington, Texas defeated Minnesota, and in a 10-run rule game, Puerto Rico over Germany in just a 4-inning ball game, 11-0.
The managers use their challenge, and they are wrong. They lose their challenge until the game goes in extra innings, then it's reinstated. It was used over in that Connecticut game on a play on the plate, and the umpire got it right.
Went back and took a look. We have not had one here at Lamity Stadium yet. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning, and the pitcher's duel continues. That's going to be foul tip into the mitt.
I'll tell you what, the Mexico run really creeped up on us, and, you know, it was a sneaky run. It was 2 out, man on first, and heading the count.
Enrique Penaloza, the opposing pitcher, will take it outside.
Kind of a surprising run, really.
Remember, only a 6-inning ball game, and we are in the 4th. 2 hits on the board for Mexico, 1-2-0. Japan 0-4-0. Mexico, in fact, on their way to Williamsport, 9-1. Played 10 games in 10 days, outscored opponents 50-20, and had 4 shutouts. In tournament play, that's not easy to do.
Well, that means that their bullpen is strong also, and if the pitch count rule comes in effect and the young man on the mound cannot finish, they've probably got some strong arms behind him.
Swing on a miss. Penaloza trying to catch up to it, cannot, and a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Mexico just putting together the 2 hits they have in the same inning in the 3rd. Buendia getting the RBI double. Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way, and did not go after it. And a 3-ball, 2-strike count. We expected 2 very talented teams all around to come to us in this game, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Obviously, pitcher dominated, and that's right there. Just a fastball down the middle. It's 8 strikeouts now. Pool C is a very tough pool. It's the international pool. It has Germany, Puerto Rico, Japan, and Mexico. Puerto Rico's already moved on to play Sunday. They'll play against the winner of this game, and Germany will play the loser of this game. And that's what we were talking about, that elimination bracket. Somebody will lose the chance to move on to the championship game with a 2nd loss in that ball game.
Well, with the new levels of the pitching criteria as far as who can pitch, this is an important game.
Flores is the pinch hitter.
When you think about having to play Puerto Rico compared to Germany, you think about playing with 1 loss or playing at 1-0.
Big difference.
Huge difference, especially when you're in these nail-biters 1-0 and you know that this is a game that can be had.
Ivan Flores with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Both managers have made sure they've moved early to get their substitutes in. The 5 for Japan and the 4 for Mexico. 1-1. Izamachi's pitch will miss down low, and a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Pitch number 59 on the right side of that scoreboard. You've also seen in the dugouts they have the scoreboard with a big number behind the managers, so the managers know what the pitch count is. They just turn around and look. Here's the 2-1 delivery. These pitchers are so good, they do what every pitcher dreams of. They get hitters to swing at balls.
You have to read ball or strike so early. The reaction time is so tough. It's so fine to get your foot down and get a swing in there to strike.
Puts it into the mitt. The count will go to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
So many youngsters that are watching right now with their dads and moms around the television, they try and judge ball or strike as the ball is in flight, and then they start their swing. You have to start your swing and the mechanics of the lower half of your body before the ball is even thrown. Right when the kick leg comes up, you've got to start your rhythm.
3-2 is going to be blooped behind second base and dropped. Sugawara, who came on to play at second, will be charged with an error on that. Tough play for the youngster, and Flores will reach.
Yeah, it's a tough play, and it's a concentration, and we watch these young men take infield, and we watch them do it flawlessly. They are precise, and they can work the ball. Watch just even in practice what they'd work the ball around the infield. Throw down is clean. They get a quick release there. It's short to third, back to second, and over to first. And they do that in about 5 seconds, and it gets back to the pitcher. It is so unlike them to make these defensive errors.
So he came on to play at second base. The error charged. Now Salinas will get his at-bat. He was a defensive replacement at second base. Salinas' first time to the plate. 1 away. He shows the early bunt, pulls it back, and will take the pitch inside for a ball. Well, the 12-year-old's got a chance to add to the offense. I think we're going to get a special runner in down at first base. The one that can be used in the inning will be one of the starters, Eduardo Mata. Will come on to run. He had been in the starting lineup, came out for a substitute player, now back in.
Team may use the player who is not in the batting order as a special pinch runner for any offensive player, but only once per game and only once per inning. And the once per game is for that particular player.
A discussion with the third base coach as Salinas comes back. First baseman playing in, well, even with the runner, now backs up a step behind him at first, and it is bunted, but foul and off the screen.
Ball in up here.
Tough to get a bunt down, isn't it, when you get a guy throwing as hard as this?
We got one, but it was on the other side.
We were fortunately able to avoid that, any injury, or any further injury, I should say, in case of Oral.
That's okay. I'll protect you with my one arm.
I'll be under the table, don't worry.
One arm. The dirt bike accident will not impede on your safety.
Good.
Blocking.
I'll take refuge right back here behind.
I'll get you a helmet.
I'll just get a glove and a helmet, and away we go.
I've seen your Little League picture.
You don't want to go there.
Okay.
We had yours.
Well, that was
Keep that in mind.
My picture was the invention of the geek.
Well, that's true. I suppose there is something to be said for that. Not much, but something.
Before computer, there still did look like a geek. Don't go there.
I'm not. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Runner on at first base. Mexico trying to add to their 1-0 lead here in the 4th inning. And again, trying to lay that down. Boy, it's almost as difficult to bunt as it is to get a swing on the ball. We are counting these numbers along with the managers for each of these teams on their pitchers.
It's almost as important to tally as the runs on the board when it's 1-0 and both guys are throwing outstanding. 85 pitch max, unless they start the batter they're on prior to 85, then they can go over until that batter is finished.
1-2 delivery, and just missed down low.
And that's where that error comes into play, because it adds pitches. If that ball's caught, that's probably 5, 6, 7 pitches less that maybe you could go deeper into the game.
Salinas at the plate, and the 2-2 pitch to him is swung out and missed. That will be 9 strikeouts. Mizrachi has 2 in this inning again. And this is what Oral's talking about. Every pitch from here on out in the inning is an extra pitch, because there should be 3 outs in the inning over.
Exactly. So we can see how many pitches that error cost them.
There are 2 down. And that will be swung on and missed. Mendiola, this is Hugo Mendiola at the plate. He has struck out in the only at-bat he's had in the game. Not a lot of at-bats the way these pitchers are going. Most of the pitchers are piling up because of strikeouts. 0-2. Mizomachi dominant on the mound. He has not walked anybody, but did give up those hits in the third inning, 2 of them, resulting in a run. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's almost like right now in the game, you don't want your catcher really to be setting up outside the strike zone, do you? You want save the pitchers.
Yeah, you really need that 0-2 pitch to really be a strike. You don't want to give up runs, but with the stuff that they're throwing with, they can be on the plate.
And that's swung out and missed. So it cost him 4 extra pitches. The error did 10 strikeouts in the ball game and strikes the side out here in the 4th.
Well, it's been heat the whole way. It's a pitching-dominated game. 1-0 could be the difference, but Japan needs to come back and get a run because this is a close one.